Hello, I'm Marcus V. Calvert, and welcome to Tales Unlimited. The disturbing thought of the day: a halfway house. Not just any halfway house. See, it's made for escape artists of an exceptional nature, ones no prison can hold, that sort of thing. Well, in your case, you've broken out of 4 prisons so far, and you don't mind running, you don't mind getting caught, you don't mind being wanted for whatever crimes you're doing. It's not important, frankly. Mm. And you're very good at it. No, I'm sorry. You're the best at it, pretty much. So much so that when you're caught this time, they don't ship you off to prison. You're like, wait a minute. Why am I not going to prison? No, we're just going to put you in a halfway house. A halfway house? Are you kidding me? Oh, don't worry. You're going to do your full time, but in a halfway house. Call it a mark of respect. Says the Fed who's talking. He's like, there's an unusual halfway house. My advice: do your time. Just give up this madness and do your time. But that's like 28 years exactly. So they ship you off to this halfway house. It's in the country. You're looking ways in, ways out. Security's piss poor. Oh, man, it's like a decent sized building, but it's in the middle of nowhere. And you escape in 2 days, just because. And you slip out of there. Guards are lazy. I mean, it's a joke. And you even find a car to steal. You change out your clothes. You're thinking about checking out Vegas, and then okay, you get a motel room. You're heading for your motel room, and then all of a sudden, like as you're like pulling the stuff out of the trunk of your car to unpack, this wall appears behind you, and on this wall, almost like okay, Empire Strikes Back, Carbonite, Han Solo. You know how he's like on a wall. Instead of a guy in prison and in pain, put monsters there, demons there, and there's like 12 of them on this wall, and one of them breaks out and comes right at you like a rabid dog, the weakest one. And you get in your car and you drive off without your stuff, and this thing chases you down the road and half tears your car apart. And then you keep going, you get away, you get another vehicle, you keep going, you get away. Then the wall appears, and the second strongest comes at you. That one you manage to actually kill with, I don't know, by luring it into traffic and something, but you end up in a hospital. And the guy running the halfway house is like, you can come back anytime you want to. You're not arresting me? Of course not. Here's bus fare, if you like. Or you can just steal a car in the parking lot, but I suggest you hurry up before the third time happens, if you get my meaning. Because I can assure you, no escape artist has ever made it past 6. You make it past 6, I have money on you that you'll make it to 4, then get eaten. But what do you do? I'm Marcus V. Calvert, and this is Tales Unlimited. That's my disturbing thought of the day. God, what's wrong with me? Interesting way to keep people in check, though. I might have to use that one. Okay, I'm Marcus V. Calvert. This is Tales Unlimited. Please check out talesunlimited.net. That's a website. That's where the podcasts are. Daily. There is the Battery Daily Prompt and a disturbing thought of the day. Check them out. Also, there are book links to Amazon on this website. Click them, boom, you're there. Books are available as print and ebook. And what are these books? Well, there is the Battery series. Think 200 writing prompts and a little wisdom on how to finish that first novel that might have taken you years of your life because you didn't have a system. Well, Battery has a system. If you follow it through and through and through, you will be able to finish a book, sell books, build your fan base, start your business, and do all of this while you're working on your first novel. How's that for different? System works. I should know. Anyway, it's also good for storytellers of practically any stripe. So, Evil GM, short story writer, game designer, screenwriter, comic book writer, grizzled novelist who's written 20 books, says, I don't need Battery. 200 unusual writing prompts? Maybe you do. If you ever need an idea for your next 7 books, one of 200 writing prompts that you take and run away with your way, who knows where it might end. Also, there are anthologies, 2 different series. Think New School Twilight Zone, 25 stories in each book. The themes are unheroics, about unlikely heroes saving the day. Like I wrote a story called A Rabbi and a Demon. Like a bad joke, like a rabbi and a demon walk into a bar. Well, actually, they walk into a cafe, and they're looking after this busload of people who are on their way to an orphanage. They look human until they're not, and they act human until they start eating children. So the rabbi needs to make sure they don't get it past him, and the demon needs to tear them apart for the greater good. Unlikely heroes. And the Book of Schemes, the second series, is about schemes. Diabolical, twisted, funny, you name it. Okay. And sometimes I just get deep. Like, you have a single mom, becomes a soldier. Soldier, single mom, gives up being a soldier, becomes a cop. And her kid goes off with some kids she met in high school on a full moon. Turns out they're a family of werewolves, and the youngest has to go through some sort of rite of passage. Eat a virgin. Your daughter. Boom. And your kid's dead, right? This single mom's daughter is dead. She's like, your daughter is dead. Imagine what that would do to you. She gives it all up. Her life. She gets silver. She gets guns. She gets contacts. And she hunts them down one by one, over and over again, until she basically killed 3 of the 4 kids. And as she's closing in on the last one, guess who gets in her way? Their daddy. And then there is the novel series that I eventually got to, I, Villain. What is I, Villain? Story about Benjamin Clyde, gentleman fixer, dude in a suit. This guy, he has a phone, he has a deep list of mercenaries, and he uses them like a chess master. So if you have a problem that needs solving, whether you're a cop, a fed, a war criminal, a terrorist, the Pope, a demon, he's your guy. Until one night, a deal goes bad and he's forced to give up his multi-billion-dollar empire. And in doing so, all of his cash goes away. He has to fire all of his people. He can never be a crook again. And worse, he has to promise to fight crime in the superhuman crime capital of the world, a place called Pillar City. If he skips a night, he dies. If he leaves town, he dies. And if anyone helps him, they die. So he's boxed in on all sides with nothing to go on. He should not last a week. Instead, he lasts for a very long time, actually. He even saves the world a few times. And on top of that, he starts a business called I, Villain. Well, what's I, Villain do? Well, when he saves the world and he realizes people who do it tend to have money, he's like, okay, I want some of that action. I need people to basically take out the worst of the worst, and I will help, of course, because I have a Black Ops past and powers I told no one about. We're going to take out these bad guys, loot their resources, compile it, use it for gear, whatever, intel, whatever, and basically up our game. So if you're a drug cartel guy, we don't care. If you're trying to take over North America, all right, you must have money. All right, I'm Marcus V. Calvert. This is Tales Unlimited. Check us out. See you tomorrow.